Go on, Maddie.
Nice, Maddie, keep going.
About 220 a lap.
When's the junior men's?
What? She got first in chemistry and chemical engineering. So yeah. So she's had some time this summer. She's gone on Emily again. Yeah. Good. Yeah. It's good. So I got one graduate. Then Emily, who's doing all the XCO filming. She's in a third. Just finished the third year. She's going to start fourth year. Doing geography. And then Daisy.
It's lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Not chemical engineering.
Well, she's doing more geoscience, surveying, all that side of stuff.
Yeah, well,
with all the wind farms
it's a very wide spectrum of things to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Daisy was gifted in that race. She had quite a fall. Pushing it. Yeah. I think she would have been second as well. The three of them. And she was the most confident.
Where did you fall?
I think almost the first muddy bit turning fire road top. Don't know. She had mud on her face, on her glasses, all down.
Yeah. It's a bit of a mess. Yeah. And upset.
Upset because you were just sitting on the back. As long as she has a good one on Sunday, she'll forget about this.
It's the more important one.
Okay.
I don't know the course.
There is someone who posts up on the Instagram page every time they get a ferry, so maybe it's him. On Paul.
place down there, set up for camping, and it's beautiful. They've got, you know, they're by the loch, and they've bloody great rocks there, you know, and they've cut out all these little
Couple.
individual camping places.
That's it, innit? Is there a mute on it or not? No. I know. So can't even have a quick fart or anything.
Ah, I see you can hear it.
Right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Short Track National Championships up in sunny Tong. Well, it's sunny. It's gone in a bit now, but it's not raining, so it's all good. We've just had the veteran male race finish up, and the females before that, and now we have the senior female ladies lining up. As you can, here's the start list. So Annie last, Evie Richard, Isla Short, all been common names that you'll know from racing World Cups. So yeah, there's a few, definitely a few hitters here this evening. So it'll be great to see how they go. Fighting, of course, for the national champs jersey. It's only the second year I think we've had the short track national champs, and you can see the junior female short track there as well. This is a great stepping stone for them. The opportunities to race on the course at the same time with the seniors and rub shoulders with them. Great part of their development. It is a great little course we got here at Tong. Like, Tong is known for being quite technical, but yeah, this strikes a nice balance. It flows fast, as you can see there. That's live images from the course. It's fairly dry. There's a few puddles here and there, but yeah, it's looking good. None of the big rock features that we normally associate with Tong, but there's still some things that will catch your riders out. It's more of a natural flowy course this evening that they've got. So yeah, really looking forward to it. It's going to have some good fast racing. The loop is quite short, but it's good because it keeps the pack together a bit more. And it's great because even if riders get lapped, they can get back on and keep motivated rather than getting too spread out, which was a bit of feedback we had last year from the short track champs. Was the lap was perhaps a bit long, so the race got a bit spread out, and it wasn't enjoyed that much by racers. So going to get started here shortly. Everyone's lining up. The commissaire's just pulling the tape out of the way, and we're going to get stuck in soon. The start. We've got a nice long start straight here. So the riders will be fighting for position going into the first bit of single track before they get into the woods, and then the start loop is a standard loop, but they cut off the little double feature. So yeah, down to starters' orders at the moment, getting briefed on how many laps they've got and things. You can see Evie in the middle taking a drink just now, and then you've got Annie just to her right, or our right, and then Isla to the right again. The start straight is quite long, as I just said, and it's a right-hand bend coming off. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. We should be getting underway any second now. Just giving the final bit of briefing. The riders, the elite, or the seniors rather, will go on the first whistle, and then the juniors will be followed on the second whistle. 30 seconds to go, we've just been informed. Heart rate's building. You see Evie getting set in that strong position. Annie's got all her weight over the front wheel as well. Everyone's looking up and forwards, picking that point to focus on so they can get their foot clipped in and go. And we're off. Whistle's gone. Great start. Evie really strong out the front, but Annie's there with her as well. Evie's definitely a good little bike length ahead, and Isla in third. Great start. Everyone's away cleanly, which is nice because wide bars and narrow courses often don't mix that well. And they're round off up towards the first corner and into the single track. And the junior women are off as well. Just saw them whiz past. Here you go. We're now into the woods. Hopefully we'll catch sight of them. Annie, I believe, was first into the single track, so we'll see if she's still holding that position when we come back into shot. The group was very together at the start, and it looked like everyone was going well. So, as I said, everyone's away cleanly as well, which is always nice. Here we go. They're back. Yep, Evie's classic style descending. Still very close together, not too spread out, but the front two definitely. Isla's maybe got a bit caught up. The pack is still very much together. We've got a good number of elite senior females racing this evening. We'll wait here to see the junior ladies come through as well. The pace is incredible. The course is running well, like I said earlier, very dry. And yeah, here they are coming through, looking strong. And there you go. So hopefully we'll pick up the elite ladies again. Evie rather still out in front, Annie in second. And then trying to catch the number there. Couldn't quite make the number out. Third place, but they're also close together. It's really anyone's race. So the short track format is a 20-minute race. Riders will complete multiple laps. which is decided beforehand. It's quite dry, so I imagine it'll be quite a few because the course is running really quick. See, and they've done the start loop already. Evie's got a huge gap. Has she gone too early? Not quite sure. It is quite long, but this grassy uphill is quite disgusting actually. It's much steeper and harder than it looks. Annie last, still in second place. Evie making this look easy. That corner's very loose, but she's got a good gap, and the pack aren't that far behind her. Evie doesn't look to be letting up though, stamping on the pedals, putting in a bit of a nudge to get away. Perhaps she's trying to get away and get out of sight into the trees a bit so she can break them mentally, perhaps. Give it a good dig at the start. And the junior ladies should also be coming through as well. Yep, here they come. Very strong start for them all. Still really close together. It's really anyone's race at this point. Try and see who that is out front. That is Christina McGoran from Peebles CC. Absolutely flying. Good start. She will have a good position now going into the single track up ahead to prevent others from overtaking. Evie absolutely killing it. Got a big gap. That's probably, what's the time saying? That's about 5-second gap maybe. So, Annie last getting away a little bit as well from third place rather. Starting to spread out a bit now as riders fade. People are settling into a rhythm though, which is good. And there's Ruby James has gone through as well. Evie absolutely flying. Stringing this course together, really carrying the momentum well, riding smoothly. This course, like I said earlier, hasn't got the big technical features we normally see at Tong, but you've still got to be able to ride it smoothly and carry speed, pumping the trainer to get the most out of everything, saving the legs for pedalling. Annie last pumping the way through as well. Really going well. Isla Short in 5th place. And I believe that currently we have... Oh, couldn't quite catch a number there. Anyway, we'll try and catch a number next time. So Evie coming around again, lap 3. Really opening up the gap now. Onto the grass again. Out the saddle, big dig to get up there. Really pushing strong. Drop her down, up over this feature, into the gravel. Brilliant, smoothly done, very easy. We saw a spill in the veteran ladies race there, so it's definitely an easy place to lose the front end. So again, the gap is definitely getting big. So that's number 560 in 3rd and 554 in 4th. Number 560 being Anna Kay, and 504 is Ella McLean-Howell from Team Inspired. So riding really well to be in the top 5 at National Champs for those two. Yeah. Isla still in 5th, looking strong. Maybe she's playing the weight game. Has Evie gone out too hard, perhaps? She's got a big old gap, so she's definitely burning some matches, but perhaps this is the tactic. Hopefully she'll be coming into shot again soon. Through the single track once again. Evie is known for being a very strong technical rider, and you can see, like, look at that. The pace through there is phenomenal. On the pedals as well, still. Absolutely flying, carrying speed, and, well, not losing speed as well. Junior ladies have just gone past the commentary box. Everyone's still looking strong, and it's still Christina in the lead. And, yep, the elite ladies have just gone past. Looks like Annie Lass has dropped back a little bit, perhaps. Evie still at the front, dominating that classic style. Still strong, a good gap. Oh, we've lost a bit of... Oh, here we go, we're back on it now. So Annie Lass has dropped back to 4th place. I believe that is Anna Kay pushing up forwards. So it's been a bit of a change up. So who's that? Yep, I believe that is Anna Kay now up into 2nd. Perhaps the pace is too much for Annie Last, or she's playing a tactical game, dropping back. Evie though, massive gap. As we said earlier, the lap is quite short, but she's got a phenomenal lead at the moment. If she can hold it, this will be great. The riders will, of course, also be thinking about Sunday, so perhaps some of the riders are saving their legs for that, letting Evie get away. Here come the chase pack. Still anyone's game for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. We have Team Inspired in the mix, as well as Annie Last in 5th. Oh, getting a bit hung up there. Looking strong though, back on the gas, up the straightaway. Annie really digging deep to hang on at the back. As soon as that elastic snaps, it's very difficult to get back on, so it'd be great if she can hold that wheel to keep getting dragged around by those two. And here come... Oh, here's Ruby James. And who's that behind her? Number 555, that is Anna McGoran from Edinburgh University Cycling Club. Great day out for her. Still very close in the ladies' race. Obviously easy. Evie has a big gap, and here we are looking at the junior ladies. who is in the front. So that, I believe, is trying to catch a number just as they come through. We have Pine Sport Racing looking strong, number 318. That is Bethany Ann Jackson, yep, from Pine Sport Racing. Really good day out for her on the front, using a bit of a draft from the other ladies, riding smart. That is a very good tactic there to use. More riders coming through, everyone having a really good day out. Like I said earlier, some perhaps saving energy for the Sunday, but it is good to do a sort of track on the Friday to rev the engine, freshen the legs up a bit, blow out any of the taper weeks they may have had coming in. Annie flying through again, really smashing off the laps. The pace is phenomenal. Back into this climb, out the saddle, grinding it up, doing great. Racing for Trek Factory Racing, XC. She's got a great gap. As I said earlier, been racing a lot of World Cups this year. Good to see her back issues put to rest. After a bit of a rough season last year, she now seems to be back on form, which is nice. Now, who have we got here in the lead? No, the order has not changed since the last lap. We still have, trying to catch the numbers. Out in front, we have 554, followed by 560. So, yep, 554 is still Ellen McLean-Howe, and then 560 is Anna Kay, and then Annie Lass still bringing up 4th place. Very close racing still, which is good to see. But we're back into the woods shot. That was a lapper going through, I believe. Just waiting to see Evie come through. You can see how dry it is, like we said earlier. Most riders running dry tyres today. They'll probably have to change it up for Sunday, given that rain forecast tomorrow and Sunday itself. But at the moment, it's a perfect English summer's day. This is a junior rider having a very strong day out, but probably going to be lapped soon by Evie. The course is very short, not sure how many kilometres it is, but it is, as you can see by Evie's lap times, she's flying around. There's Evie coming through again, really ticking off. It's a 20-minute race, so the race will go by very quickly. And that was good technique there from the junior rider. And Evie, again, carrying that extra bit of pace through, just really working the terrain to save the energy, give herself a little boost. Hopefully the chase pack will come into shot soon. And here they are. Wow, what a gap, what a gap. We still have Ella leading the chase pack with Annie Last bringing up the rear of it. They've got a good gap now, so this is the fight for the remaining podium spots, unless something goes really wrong for Evie. I mean, it is anyone's race, but yeah, the gap is quite large, but punches happen and things, so who knows what will happen. Evie looking smooth and in control though. Good push into that corner to carry the speed through the gravel and back on the gas, standing up. It's only a slight incline, but it's a bit of a headwind, and yeah, it can be deceptive, so riders having to dig deep up there. Here's the chase pack again. Are they going to change it up? So maybe Annie Last having a bit of a dig, going around the outside. Looks like she's trying to move up. The door gets shut just there by Anna Kay, giving them a bit of space coming into the technical feature. You can hear the tyres of the riders slipping on the gravel. Or is that Ella sitting up a bit at the front, wanting someone else to do the work into the wind? Maybe, maybe not. They still look like to be in the same order they go into single track. We'll see if Evie comes into shot now, keeping that gap strong. There it is, absolutely flying. The technique is brilliant. You see how far forward she is, chin like really over the stem, elbows up nice and high, nice and low, centre of mass, hinging at the hips. Phenomenal technical rider. Here's some of the juniors coming through that have been lapped, still doing great. The pace that Evie sets is phenomenal, so that it's great that they get to try and hang on to her for a bit as they get laps. It's a really good learning experience for them and part of their development. Evie just going through again on the Trek Super Caliber, which is an interesting bike. It's kind of a hardtail, kind of a full suspension bike, but really popular among both elite and amateur racers. Flying through there again, really carrying speed for those big rollers, allowing the bike to come up into her at the top and then pushing down the backside to create drive without pedalling. Known as pumping. It's exactly the same as you do on a pump track, really, like you may do on a Saturday morning with your kids or something. 4 laps to go, just been told, and Evie rather just crossed the line, and the chase group are coming through. Here's the chase group, and the order is still the same. Still got. Oh no, it's not. Annie Last has moved up into 3rd place. Annie Last now on the podium. Evie coming through, looking smooth, giving a little bit of a shroud there around the left-hand turn and flying away up the start-finish straight. Now, this is the chase pack just coming into view, I believe. We've got 4 laps to go. Looks like, yep, Annie Last is sat in the middle. We've got Anna pushing through onto the front. Up the climb. Is Annie going to have a little look on the inside? No, shuts the door. This is very close. Fight for the podium spots. The jersey is gone, but the race is definitely still on for second and third. The last 2 spots on the podium. Anna Kay looking stronger out in front. Annie Last giving it a push. Here's the junior ladies coming through. Absolutely flying through the single track. Great work. They're so quick, didn't manage to get a number. And here's Evie. Wow. Closing in to maybe start lapping them again. Really carrying that speed well. Interestingly, that's our pit for short track, you can't actually feed. Here's the junior ladies coming through, lead group. Still, I believe that is Pine Sport Coaching out in first place, which is Bethany Ann Jackson. Here's Evie closing in, really pushing hard on the pedals, not letting up, even though she's got that big gap. Really pushing the whole waistline, and here they are. Fantastic work. And Evie's yet closing in, really pumping still. And here's the chase group. Anna still in second, Annie Last still in third. And then Ellis dropped back to fourth, but it's still anyone's race at this point. Tong is a quite a flat course. Oh, it's a short track, so obviously it's a short course, but there's not much climbing for a cross-country race in this lap. Here they are again. So order remains unchanged, looking strong. No, everyone's got their poker face on still. No one's giving any telltale signs of getting tired and things. Maybe Annie Last is playing the smart move though, sitting in, not doing all the work on the front, but is second wheel, so if a mistake is made, she should be able to avoid it. Whereas if you're sat third wheel, then it's much easier to get caught. There's junior women's. That looks like that Bethany is trying to make a bit of a break. She's got a bit of a gap in that, perhaps. Has she gone too early because they've still got 3 laps to go? Or is everyone else just starting to flag a bit? We'll have to wait and see. Here come the chase group over the line again. It looks like, yep, Annie's coming through to have a pull on the front. Are the others sitting up to let her do this, or she's giving it a bit of a nudge and trying to open up? Oh, no, maybe not. No, that's definitely not. Ella coming up on the inside saying, no, I'll have that, thank you very much. Inside of the turn, taking the racing line, wants to lead into this small technical feature perhaps. Make sure if someone makes a mistake, she doesn't get caught behind it. Carrying a lot of speed through the turn, and off they go. Looking over her shoulder, it seems like, oh, they have dropped Anna Kay. Oh, a bit of a gap anyway. Can they hold that distance? The pace just being ratcheted up every lap as the race evolves. What we're going to see when they come into shot is the order going to be the same. Because like I said, you got that long start straight. Here's Annie, still smashing on the pedals, head up, looking forward the whole time, really carrying that speed well. And then here's the ladies, junior ladies chase group. Looks like it's all closed back up. However, we've still got Bethany in the lead. Now, what's happening with the seniors chase group? It's looking close. Here they come. Oh, Annie out in front. So Annie's got back. And Anna is fading off the back a bit still. But Ella is looking strong. Chase hanging on to Annie's wheel. So could be a good tussle for second and third place on the podium here. It's quite hard to pass once they're into the single. Here you go, lap rider moving out of the way very well. And they're back together again. Anna has closed up the gap, which is good. So it's really close racing again. Annie Last out in front, looking strong. How are they going to come through this section? Carrying lots of speed. Yep, really pumping and driving. Still very close together. Not letting up. It's really about digging deep now. This 20-minute race, it may be shorter than the Olympic race, but is just as hard, if not harder, because you've got to dig that much deeper for a shorter period. Your legs will be burning at this point. Really digging in, giving it a good nudge. Very hard for the riders to eat and drink on a race like this. There's no hand-ups allowed, but they can carry bottles and gels. But it's such a short race, it's more just a case of wetting their mouth if their dust gets in. Here they are, close again, together. Oh, and Ella's gone up the inside. She's giving it a nudge on this grassy hill. And Anna's coming through as well. Annie getting pushed out wide on the turn. Ella leading into this technical feature. Maybe opening a bit of a gap. Looks like she had that bit better than Anna. And we're back to Evie. Evie still stamping on the pedals, getting a good gap over the chase group. Fantastic venue here at Tong, like we said earlier. with all the motor enduro. They've got a great variety of terrain. There's definitely a hit with all the riders, known for its technical challenges. But even a course like this, if you're riding it fast, it's still technically challenging, even though there's no big features. Evie really carrying the speed, giving everyone a masterclass, really. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're watching at home, kids, take note. This is how you want to carry speed on cross country. Like pumping, no pedaling whatsoever there until this point. Then she gets back on the gas, but able to generate speed through that section to really open up the gap that she's already got. Doing a fantastic job there. Just wait to see who's coming into screen next. This looks like this is the junior ladies chase group, and we've still got Bethany out front. Can't quite make out the numbers for second place. We've just had the bell lap though for Annie. This is her last lap. A good solid gap, really digging deep now. Maybe she'll back it off a little bit, but she definitely wants to save something for Sunday. In the World Cup, the Friday night short track is really important because it decides your gridding position. However, this has no bearing on Sunday. So riders will not want to burn too many matches. And how's it going here? We've got Ella with a big gap. Anna in third place and Annie last, is currently sitting in fourth. I say it's a big gap. It's not as big as Evie's out front, but it's still anyone's race at that point. But has the elastic started to snap perhaps? And that's just the back end of the junior ladies coming through. Here we have Annie last coming into shot at any minute perhaps. Oh, here's yep, no, that's one of our lap riders. And we're just going to pick up the chase group. Here they are. Annie last. It's all shuffled back up. Annie last giving it a good nudge now up this straight. Got a good gap, but Anna is closing the gap, and Ella just hanging on the back there. Did Ella do too much work perhaps at the start of the race? Perhaps not. We'll have to wait and see. Here's one of the other ladies. These are back markers. Oh, there's Ruby James. Looking strong still. Looking really strong. And here's Eva Richards. Chasing on. Still got a great gap. Looking strong. Pushing the whole way through. Using it as an opportunity to not only get a jersey, but also to open up the legs. The elite, the junior lady rather, coming through just there. Still riding strong. Very well. It's a phenomenally tough race this, with a very high field or class of field. So all the ladies doing really well out there. It's great to see such depth in the UK. Oh, and they just went through. It looked like Annie had maybe slipped into third, but still the group is very close together. And here comes Evie over the line. This is your 2023 short track national champion for the senior ladies. The big question is who is going to be in second and third for those final two spots on the podium. Here they are. So Anna has pushed her way up. Annie last is in third place, and Ella is currently sitting in fourth. Position on the short track is critical because it's really hard to overtake in areas like this because the speed is so high on this course. It's hard to get around. Like, oh, Ella having a bit of a look on the inside there around Annie, but not quite making it. Here we go. This is the last turn. So it'll be a big drag race up to the line when they come through. This is one of the juniors or one of the lap ladies. Here they are. So this is Annie last. Oh, dropping a watt bomb and coming up the inside and just pipping Anna to third and Ella crossing the line in fourth. What a phenomenal race for these ladies. Great work there. Well, for everyone. That was a very exciting finish. That's what we like to see. The big question now is who is going to win the junior race, as well as where the rest of the senior ladies going to finish. Let's see if we can pick up the junior race and if Bethany is still. Us. So junior has finished. Been informed. Junior, we got too excited, caught up in the big battle for the senior race. So junior race. Oh, maybe there's not. Ah, it looks like. Here we go. Oh, bit of a sprint finish here. Who's? That was a very close finish. Not quite sure who that was, but it was a good sprint at the end. It's always worth sprinting for every position. You never know, do you? Got to keep sponsors happy and things as well. It's all good experience too. So yeah, great to see everyone going so deep. Absolutely fantastic race there. Great effort by all of them. I'm sure they'll be off to get some dinner now and try and recover for Sunday. Oh, and practice is tomorrow for all of the all race categories because they will be lined up again Sunday lunchtime to race, I believe, and then the senior men will be racing at 3 PM on Sunday. So don't forget to tune in for that as well. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be here rather, commentating and also sat here physically. So, gone. Was it? Oh, the van key. Yeah, you need the van key. Oh, mate. Here you go. That's all right. Was it? Oh. Thanks, mate. Oh, dog. No, it's good. It's just tricky to make the numbers out until they come past here, you know. It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, nice. Keep relaxing. I guess because it's short, not more likely. Like a short commitment in it. And you need like 3 bikes, you need make the general shirts, like stand up to you, like, never mind like 8. I've done the odd one, you know. I've got a cross bike, but it's just when you're over bike, I've never actually done it. Right, welcome back everybody. Round 2. We've got the senior male and the junior male race kicking off at 8 PM, so any minute. Here's the start list up in front of you. So junior male, we've got Max Greensill, who is the I think he's maybe the reigning champ for the short track, definitely for XCO. And then the senior male race, Charlie Aldridge from Cannondale Factory Racing. Some big names here from the World Cups that you may recognise, like Cameron Mason as well. Isaac Mundy from GMBN, so there's definitely a few guys, and then some other great athletes here as well, such as Joe Griffiths from Saddleback. We've got Simon Wiley from Team Spectra Cannondale. The junior race is looking pretty stacked actually. It's going to be good. This is a great opportunity as well, like we said earlier, for the ladies race. It's a great stepping stone for the men or the junior men to rub shoulders with the senior men before making that jump up as their racing career evolves. The starters, the riders rather, are getting briefed at the moment. So, yeah, we'll hopefully get stuck in soon. It's still dry, which is nice. It has clouded up a little bit since the ladies' race, but not too much. And there they are, Everyone's getting briefed. You see it's a little bit chilly. A lot of long sleeves, but I'm sure they'll crack those off once the countdown begins. But yeah, it's still dry. The track is running really well. A few slight damp spots, but nothing too major. So yeah, it should be a good race. We saw Evie Richards absolutely dominate the ladies race and get a big break. Now I know out the corner of my eye I could see like Charlie Aldridge and things warming up on the rollers, watching the ladies race, so they will be thinking how the course is riding, and that'll be influencing their tactics. The men's field is slightly larger than the ladies, not a lot, but only slightly, so it's going to have to really fight for those positions when getting into that first single track. Like we said earlier, it's a fairly long start straight, small uphill, like enough to make your legs burn, but not too long. Slight headwind, although it seems to be dropping quite a lot now, so it's less tactical, but it is a right hand turn at the end, so people lined up on the left hand side may have a bit of an advantage, such as Charlie, and I believe it's hard to make out the number, but I believe that is Grant Ferguson as well, sat on our left. So we will see how this goes. Getting the final briefing now from the commissaires. As we said earlier in the later race, the start loop is slightly shorter. They don't go over. There's a gravel section where you can see the marshal in the high vis with he's holding the tape across. So what they'll do is once the riders clear the start straight, they'll pull the barriers across to redirect the riders for the remaining laps, which is slightly longer. It's going to be another fast race, so that's for sure. They're under starters' orders. Everyone's ready, poised to go, waiting that front wheel, looking at that point ahead, and they're off. The whistle's gone. Fantastic start. Charlie Aldridge flying. Can't quite make out who that is coming up on the left, but he's got a great start on the wheel of Charlie. You've got Cam Orr as well, currently sat in third place, and it looks like Simon Wiley perhaps coming up the inside there. All very close together going into the first part of the single track, and the junior men have just coming into shot as well. Should be going. That looks to be Max Greensill off the front, still very close, and here come any minute now the senior men into the shot in the woods. It's getting a bit dark, as you can see. Like, it is British summertime still, so we have a fair bit of daylight to play with, but this will be something the riders need to factor in. It's definitely getting darker, and lenses may need changing. And off the front, couldn't quite make out the number, but Charlie Aldridge second, and Cam Orr in about fourth. Cameron Mason coming through there. Lots of riders, all very stacked. Joe Griffiths going through. Tom Crapper, great, very close together still. Absolutely brutal race. Here's some more riders. This looks like the junior men. So it's really bunched up now. There's not much between. Steve James actually, not Grant Ferguson, I believe. Who's a slight break perhaps. Here they are pumping through just like Evie, trying to save the legs. No one wanted to do work on the front perhaps. They've got a good position, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when we hit the first fire road, which is the start-finish straight, to see if the order shuffles up a bit, because people are going to work into this headwind. So here they come onto this for the first time, into this the main technical feature. Very loose, gravelly, quite difficult. So who have we got out in front? Just going to have a quick look at the number as they round this turn. This horrible Cameron Mason making a little nudge on the inside, try and get a few places there. And we have 585. Charlie Aldridge hitting that turn hard, coming up on the right. Number 585 is Rory Maguire, absolutely flying. Looking like him and Charlie are distancing the pack a bit, but it's still early in the race. Looking very strong at that start-finish straight. There's Grant Ferguson, and there's Tom Crapper coming through, and that's the junior. That's Max Greensill. Absolutely, they're catching the back of the elite men's race now. Considering they had a 30-second deficit at the start, that's very impressive to do that already. Now, hopefully, the leaders will be coming back into shot soon. Has the order changed? Did Charlie manage to get round Rory on that start-finish straight? Maybe Charlie's being smart. No, he didn't. So Rory's starting in front, although it has closed up a bit. Charlie second. I think that might be Stephen James third. Cameron Orr going through. Cameron Mason going through. Very stacked race. Pace really high. Again, like we said earlier, getting a bit dark, but still plenty of grip, nice and dry. All the riders coming through. No incidents yet, which is what we like to hear. Apparently Isla Short had to pull out the ladies race because of a mechanical issue. So yeah, hopefully there's nothing too serious and she's all sorted for Sunday. Riders coming, there's Simon Wiley. And here we go. Into this section, really driving the bike through, bunching up. You see how relaxed Rory was at the front there. As soon as he's driven the bike through, he sits up for a minute, takes a breath, and then gets back on the gas again, trying to save effort and ride efficiently. It's not all about smashing the pedals. Got to ride the easy parts hard and the hard parts easy. And they're coming back through onto start finish straight, really bunched up now. And Charlie's gone through onto the front. Still got Rory in second. We've got, I believe that is third place, can't quite make it out. Okay, Joe Blackmore in third place. So Charlie Aldridge hitting that turn hard. You can hear the wheels sliding, struggling for traction there. Charlie's giving it a nudge off the front now, looking to open it up. He's going. That's a hell of a kick he's given. That's really going to split the race up. Anyone can go with him, or is he trying to do an Evie, get a big gap early, destroy their morale? Oh, someone doubled that. That's good. And here comes a few of the guys. This is the back end of the senior race. Now we've got the juniors coming through, closing up the gap, looking really strong. That grass climb is hideous. That will burn every lap, I can tell you now. Definitely creep up on you. So here comes Charlie into shot, absolutely flying inside that route there. And there's Cameron or Joe. Oh, Rory's dropping off a bit, and Cameron Mason. Looks like we've got a front group. Starting to Isaac Mundy coming through from GMBN. So he's having a good race as well. Still very much in contention with the front. A few other riders coming through. Charlie again. Oh, the gap isn't that big. There's Joe and there's Cameron. Cameron Orr had a big win recently out in Italy in an Italian Cup race, riding for Willia Pirelli. So they'll be very happy with that as an Italian brand. Charlie just giving it a bit of a nudge, opening it up. Even if Charlie decides to sit up a bit, the other riders have to catch and close that gap now. So maybe he'll let them come back, maybe he won't, maybe he'll keep pushing on and try and make sure to give himself a bit of a confidence boost. So here we go. It's not much of a gap as they come over, maybe a second or two. Charlie doesn't look to be easing up at all. He seems to be really digging in now, want to make that gap stick, come around this top grassy turn and carrying speed into here. Dropping, no, not dropping the dropper, even though he's running one, just trying to keep it up. So we've got Joe in second, Cameron Orr in third, and then Cameron Mason coming through in fourth place. Rory still in fifth, which is good, still like in the mix very much. And here we have a few other riders coming through. That is 593, and there's Isaac Mundy with him. So 593 is Sam Chisholm from the Cycling Academy. Great ride for him. Let's see if Isaac can close up the gap. Isaac going very well, racing the I think it was in Sheffield this week, going well, so hitting it up both on the road and the mountain bike. Some great work there. So is Charlie going to come through with a big old gap again, or is he going to let it close up? Here comes Charlie, right, riding for Cannondale. Yeah, oh, the gap seems to be closing a little bit. Those front three still very much in contention. The gap between fourth and fifth starting to open up a bit. Roy may have gone a bit hard at the start perhaps and is paying for it now. We'll have to wait and see how the race unfolds. Definitely tactics that need to be considered. Here's Charlie looking smooth, very relaxed, and here comes Joe. Oh, the two Camerons, it's very close still. They're not sat that close together, maybe giving it a bit of a gap in case there's a mistake so riders can respond and get around. Pumping through here again, carrying the speed, trying to sit up, get the air in where they can. Cameron Mason there, just keeping his legs straight and his arms straight, trying to relax the muscles, flush things out a bit, get a few deep breaths in. And then here is again, oh, we changed camera on. There's Charlie again. He's just got that little gap. The chase group don't seem to be able to reel him in, but he's riding quite strong. As we said earlier, the start finish straight is kind of into a bit of a headwind. It's not huge, but it could be enough if that group behind can work together. Oh, they're really closing the gap. Cameron Orr now just hitting the turn and coming out, carrying a good amount of speed. He's on the gas and he's distanced himself from Joe and Cameron Mason. And as we pan back around now, Rory's just gone through, and then this is coming up. That is Grant Ferguson, and chasing with him we have Steve James. Can't quite make out who is in behind Grant just there. It is 591, who is Joseph Beckinsale. Grant getting on the gas. Steve James as well. That group very close together, fighting for those positions between 5th and 10th. Now, here we go. Oh, everything's bunched back up at the front. Cameron Orr has bridged back to Charlie Aldridge and brought the other boys with him. So that's an interesting development. Did Charlie give it a bit too much of a nudge perhaps at the start and tire himself and is paying for it now, or has he decided to let the gap close up? We'll have to wait and see. Here comes, yeah, Charlie. Charlie sitting up a bit perhaps, trying to breathe in, relax. Now these guys have closed the gap, they'll also take the opportunity to relax. Interesting tactics, because it may have been better for Cameron if he has the legs to go straight past Charlie, but he's decided to sit in, take a breath. So it suggests that the pace was very high and they don't want to try and break away this early. They want to sit in and play the long game towards the end of the race. There is Sam going through again. And we're going to see here, I think that's a lapped rider there going past from the junior race. Great day out for him though, nonetheless, getting to mix it up with these boys. So we've got Charlie Aldridge on the front, Cameron Orr in second. We've got Joe Blackmore, is it Joe Blackmore? Yeah, in third place, and Cameron Mason in fourth. Great race over this technical feature, hitting that turn, no accidents, which we like to see. I think Cameron just let the gap open up a little bit there just to give a bit of space over the technical feature so he didn't get caught up in any incident should it happen. But everyone is looking very strong still. Who's this? This is like, that is the Hope Academy, the Hope rider, I think. That I believe is Max Greensill. Absolutely flying. And we've got Grant Ferguson just behind, and we have also Joe Beckinsdale. So the junior race massively. That was Simon Wiley just in shot from Team Candel Spectra. So we'll see if we can catch the front boys now coming through here, taking a break from their World Cup season. All of these frequently racing the World Cups and out in Europe at other races too. Absolutely, yeah. Racing for big teams. Cameron Mason for Trinity, which is a specialised supported team, riding that new epic Softail, much like the Trek that Evie Richard rode. So is that the perfect bike for this course, perhaps? Charlie's still sat in the front. Everyone riding full suspension bikes though, which is interesting, given the evolution of cross-country racing. Course is getting much rougher. This course is quite smooth, but quite fast and technical still. So really important to be able to get that grip. Charlie riding through there. You can see how Charlie and Cameron Mason are just standing up, letting it relax, letting the skeleton take the weight rather than the muscles to try and get a bit of recovery on that section, which they're carrying a lot of speed through. And here they come back onto start-finish straight. What's going on? We have, I think that's a lapped rider coming through. Charlie having a quick drink. It is quite dusty, even stand on the edge of the track, your mouth gets quite dry and things, so it's good to have the bottle on there, even though it's not that hot, just to flush things out a bit and stop that sticky taste in your mouth. Different riding styles. You can see Cameron Orr choosing to stand up and dance on the pedals a bit, whereas the other boys staying seated. Charlie really carrying some nice speed and stuff, choosing to pop up over that jump and then go again. It looks like Cameron Orr may actually be on the hardtail, so I may have been wrong there, may be corrected. Everyone giving it a big nudge, a big attack, using the momentum out of that jump and then choosing to push on up straight. Now we have the chase group. So this is 4th, 5th and etc. Who do we have here? So we have Max out the front leading the junior race. We have then the rest of the senior men's race. So we had Grant Ferguson coming through there, another fellow Hope Factory rider. And we also have Isaac Monday and Simon Wiley coming in shot, chasing back on. So top 10 spots are all up for grabs. Front 4 coming through here. Cameron Mason maybe fading off the back of it or letting the gap open up through the single track. Cameron, very good technical rider, so I doubt he's made the mistake, although it is possible. Maybe he just chose to let the gap open up on that straight and is trying to rein it back in through the single track so as not to burn his legs too much. I see it, yeah. He's closed it right back up now, so I expect he's sat up a bit on the straight. It looks like Cameron Mason's actually on the Epic rather than the hardtail, the full suspension version. So interesting bike choices for everyone. Charlie Aldridge cruising through, everyone sitting up, taking a breath. Perhaps there's been some kind of agreement between the riders, officially unofficial, to sit up. Now they've got a bit of a gap. They're going to work together, not hold each other up, but not push on too much. Have a bit of a truce, as it were, for this part of the race. Everyone's coming up very level. No one wants to go on the front by the looks of it. Who's going to go through though and take a turn? It looks like it's going to be Joe. Yep, Joe coming through. He's going to take it on, coming around into Charlie, dropping quite a bit off the back there, having to stand up and get back on top of the gear. As the cadence drops, it does suggest perhaps fatigue, but all riders looking quite good. And then this 20-minute race should be fine for everyone. There you go. So Charlie carried a lot of speed out of there, closed up the gap, and everyone's sitting up kind of looking at each other. So yeah, perhaps they have decided to ease off a bit. So we got Max Greensill flying out in front of the men's junior race, just with him on the white Trek. Can't quite make out the number, if that's a lapper or if that is someone from the senior men's race. Yeah, it's from the senior men's race. But yeah, so 586 is Corin Carrick Anderson, Timo Racing, looking very strong, having a great day out. Simon Wiley as well, just coming through. And we're back into the woods again. As you can see, it's getting darker again. The light is really starting to fade. You might see the sunny's being lost. Who's on the front? We've still got Mr. Blackmore on the front. leading out the front 4. Absolutely brilliant riding from these. Really exciting to watch. So yeah, it's going well. Who is going to come through though? They're going to keep looking at each other. Joe seems to be giving a bit of a nudge perhaps. Oh, Cameron Mason's come through. Charlie's dropped off the back. Cameron Orr staying about in the middle. Is Cameron Orr riding the more tactical race, not burning his matches? Look at the speed through here. Flying, trying to keep the bike on the floor over those rather than take off. So if the bike is on the floor, it's in control, you can generate speed, you can brake and things rather than take off, which is almost a waste of energy. Really carrying that momentum through. We'll see who else comes into shot. And here they are, back on the start-finish straight again. So everyone's giving it a bit of a nudge. Who's coming through? Cameron Mason's coming through. Maybe has he played the smart race so far? Sitting on the back, giving it a bit of a nudge to go up this grassy bank, trying to put the hurt on the others. And they're coming into a bit of a lapped rider now. One of the juniors. That is number 196, looking smooth. Evan McKenzie from Motor Race Team. Cameron Mason, will he? Yeah, they smoothly go past. Cameron Orr dropping off the back of it. Maybe starting to fatigue. So 20 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a long time when you're riding this hard. Now, here is Max Greensill smashing the junior men's race, absolutely flying. He's got a great gap over the other riders. Grant Ferguson also coming through. 586 from Timo Racing, still going strong as well. And we have Grant Ferguson just there rolling through, and there's Tom Crapper actually in the woods, looking really strong still. Now, here you go. So we've got Cameron Mason. We have got Cameron Orr bringing up the rear. Looking really good. Joe Blackmore's in second place there. That's a lap rider coming through, I think. Are they going to keep it all the same? Oh, there's Tom Crapper from this. He's going to be lapped, but he's doing a great job. Now we have Cameron Orr giving it a bit of gap. The pace here is really hard to overtake. That's why a lot of the overtaking happens on that grassy climb and on the flat start finish straight, because the speed is so high through here. It's just hard to actually go fast and overtake, and it's also tight as well. We wide handlebars and things of the bikes do make them handle better, but they are more prone for potentially getting caught at times into each other. So here we go. It is really close together now. Who is on the front? We've got Cameron Mason on the front looking over his shoulder, making sure to guard that inside, giving it a push. We've got Joe in second, we've got Charlie in third, and then Cameron Orr in fourth. Rounding this grassy turn again. They're catching up with some lappers, but it looks like they're going to be clear into this gravel section, giving it a big push to generate speed out the turn. And here they go. Charlie coming up the left. Is he going to do a bit of a pull? Everyone's got their eye on each other. Cameron Orr just playing the smart game, hanging on to the back, not letting that elastic snap. Now then, who's coming through? That is still Sam coming through from the Cycling Academy, and we've got Max here. Max having a phenomenal start, considering he is 30 seconds down on the senior men's race. And we're back into the woods. Still going strong. Front 4. It's anyone's race at this point. This is that's a lap rider going through, so we won't worry about them. And there is Charlie Ulrich on the front, Cameron Orr bringing up the rear again, and Joe and Cameron Mason shuffled in the middle. Here's some lap riders coming through still from the senior and the junior race. We'll see if the order's changed at all as we switch. And nope, it's exactly the same. Still all 4 together, playing smart. Just focusing on not making mistakes, carrying speed. It's one of those things, as fatigue sets in, the mistakes start to creep in, so you carry less speed, and the harder you try to ride, the worse it gets almost. It can turn into a bit of a vicious circle. So we'll have to see how they go. They're all looking strong at the moment though, but still taking the opportunity to get the air in when they can. So here they come, onto the start-finish straight. We've got Charlie Aldridge out in front, having a quick wipe of the nose. Maybe it's a bit dusty. Had to do a few snot rockets to clear the nose out. We've got Cameron Orr at the back, and we have Cameron Orr coming through the inside. Is he going to get all the way to the front perhaps? Shows just how close they all are. Sharing a wheel there to Joe Blackmore, not quite having it. Charlie, bit of a gap. Clearing that again, carrying speed. Listen to those tyres. The G-force in that turn is quite impressive. And Charlie giving it a big nudge. Look at the gap he's pulled just from carrying the extra speed over that jump. Joe having to dig really deep now to close that up. Maybe that's Charlie's tactic. He's trying to gap them a little bit using that jump, carry a bit more speed into the climb, give it a nudge, and then he doesn't have to dig as deep as those who've gone a bit slower and having to pedal harder out of that corner. Here come through some of the other senior riders. Got the marshals there as well. Thanks to them. You see how blown out that corner's getting actually. It's getting real loose. I mean, it was loose in the first place, but as it digs in, there's a bit of a rut forming. That rut's going to start to fade as well as people start going out on top of it. And back in the woods, Charlie's gone through. He's still got that gap, so these guys are having to really work. Cameron Mason's actually dropped off quite a bit now. But again, maybe he decided to not go as deep up that climb, and he's letting them come. He's using the sense and his technical skills to close that gap back up. Charlie Aldridge off the front, not even looking back. Oh, he's got a good gap now. This is good. That's a 3 seconds, 5 seconds. Joe in second, Cameron Orr and Cameron Mason. Yeah, he has closed up that gap. All of them riding really smoothly. Here's Charlie pumping his way through that section. He's got a good gap. And then, yeah, the orders remained unchanged. All of them really pumping through, trying to get a little bit of recovery. This course is tough because it's so flat. There's no big, long areas of recovery. And now we've got Charlie on the front. He's had a pop. He's having a drink. This is the last lap. That is the last lap bell, if you can hear it. Charlie seems to have gone. Has he gone too early? This is the last time up that grass climb. He'll be very pleased to know. Giving it a big nudge. Round in the corner. Looking up through. He's going to, yep, sends it again. A little push into that corner and away. Looking down. And he's giving it a big dig by staying up standing. He's got a huge gap. Can they close it in? Joe Blackmore flying, Cameron Orr in third, and Cameron Mason. So it looks, if it stays like this, it'll be a battle for second, third, and fourth. But we'll see how it goes. That is a lapped rider coming through. So we won't worry about them. I expect Charlie Aldridge will appear in shot in a minute to see if that gap has been maintained. And here, nope, some lappers. A few more lappers. Still riding very strong. They're doing great. Just because they're getting lapped doesn't mean they're going slowly, because the course is so short that, yeah, you're more likely to get lapped, basically. And here is Charlie, riding strong, really weighting that front wheel. And Joe Blackmore still in second, Cameron Mason again, he's playing smart, letting that gap open on the start straight, but saving his legs. Is it going to come to a sprint finish for second and third? I think that was Stevie James just went through. There's a few other lapped riders. And here's Charlie, looking smooth still. And there's Joe. The gap appears to have closed up a little bit, maybe. Cameron's still sat fourth wheel. Is he going to leave it all too late? Now, Charlie, this is the final bit. Really pumping over that, carrying the speed on the inside there. Here's Joe and the two Camerons. It could be a tight finish. And we're going to see Charlie coming up around the corner any minute. There he is. He's got a bit of a gap. He knows he can celebrate. And who's in second place there? We've got... Yep, Joe Blackmore, Cameron Orr, and Cameron Mason. So your top three are Charlie Aldridge, Joe Blackmore and Cameron Orr. Great work. Everyone's looking very tired. You can't see in the shot at the moment, but they are exhausted. Now, the junior men's race is all still to play for. Where is Max? Is he still out in front? It looks... Let's see who these people are. Absolutely flying, going really well. Carrying lots of speed there, still pumping. The fatigue is really setting at this point. Lungs are burning, legs are burning. 20 minutes. It's basically like doing an FTP test like you do at home, but an all-body one rather than just sitting on the turbo. And I believe that might be Max who just went through in the green helmet. So he'll be coming over to the finish any second. Here's a few of our senior riders. Great day out for them. Going up against the World Cup boys is no mean feat, so well done to them. And a bit of a sprint finish. We've got Max, who's overtaking one of the senior riders. Great work there. Absolutely smashed it. And that's Tom Crapper coming over the line for the senior race as well, who will get second place in the junior race. Can't quite make the numbers up, but the next 100 rider we see will be second in the junior race. That is... Can't quite tell. But that's right, Ferguson crossing the line in the senior race. Absolutely great day out. They've gone really well, gone deep. Here comes Simon Wiley. Absolutely spent by the looks of it. Charlie gave it a really good nudge at the end there. Did he go too deep though? Has he burnt some matches for Sunday? We'll have to wait and see. Don't forget to come check it back out. We'll be here again Sunday. It's going to be raining as well, so if you're not at the race, it's probably a good thing. So you can stay at home and watch in the dry.